Johnny cakes and bakes, brown and crispy, eaten with saltfish and some cocoa tea. A Caribbean breakfast from Storytime and Cooking with Forsey. Stick around, friends. I'll share the recipe. Combine 2 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons baking powder, and half a teaspoon sugar in a large mixing bowl. Add 2 tablespoons of butter and rub it in the flour for a crumbly look. Instead of 2 tablespoons of butter, I sometimes use 1 tablespoon of butter and 1 tablespoon of shortening. In a separate cup, add 2/3 cup of water or enough to make a soft dough, then add 1 teaspoon of salt and stir to dissolve the salt. Add the water to the flour and knead lightly to form a smooth dough. Lightly flour the dough, place it in a bowl and cover with a clean towel in a warm location. After about 20 to 30 minutes, cut the dough into small round pieces, then flatten. Meanwhile, heat the oil in a frying pan to cover more than half of the flattened dough and drop the dough into the hot oil. Fry until both sides are brown, then drain or place them on paper towel to remove the excess oil. Serve the bakes. Here we're having it for breakfast with boiled eggs, saltfish, salad, and fried plantains. I've left a link to my Dominican saltfish recipe in the description box below. The other serving has omelette, turkey bacon, salad, fried plantains, and cocoa tea. Cocoa tea? Of course, you know bakes and Johnny cakes go well with a cup of Dominican cocoa tea. Let me tell you quickly how I usually make cocoa tea. Add the bay leaves, cinnamon sticks, ground nutmegs, and a big cocoa stick to a 1/4 pot of water and allow the spices to boil while the cocoa stick melts. Once melted, add a box of skimmed milk to the pot. Drop in a 3/4 tin of evaporated milk and half a can of coconut milk. Then add the vanilla essence and bring to a boil. The cocoa will rise, so keep your eyes on the pot. And place a wooden spoon at the top of the pot to prevent the cocoa from spilling over. At that point, turn off the stove, strain the cocoa tea, sweeten to taste, and serve hot. Each Caribbean island has its story about bakes and Johnny cakes, and they are prepared with variations. For instance, my mom does not add sugar to her bakes, but she adds eggs. Some people even add milk. The names bakes and Johnny cakes are sometimes used interchangeably, but whenever I visited my aunt Nayoka on the island of Dominica, she referred to the sweet ones as Johnny cakes, while the savory ones were called bakes. To make those Johnny cakes, follow the same recipe as the bakes, but reduce the salt to about 1/4 teaspoon and increase the sugar to 1 tablespoon. Also, add half a teaspoon ground nutmeg plus 2 dashes of cinnamon powder to the flour. You can make the dough soft or stiff. In some Caribbean islands, bakes or Johnny cakes are called fried dumplings. They're eaten plain or stuffed with saltfish, tuna, cheese. You get the idea. I'll tell you a secret. The salt is usually combined with the flour, but when making bakes, the savory version, I like adding salt to the water, then taste it to get the salt content I'm looking for before making the dough. Thanks for tuning in to Storytime and Cooking with Forsey. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos.